Nights, my name is Amy, and I want to welcome you back for day 2 of our virtual VBS Nights of North Castle. We have more fun in store today with more awesome music from our royal musicians. We're going to go on another quest, hear another great story, and spend some more time with Armorer Ella and our ice-breathing dragon Sparky. There's a new fun pack of activities available in the notes section below, so be sure to ask your grown-up to check it out again. They can also find the activity packs for the whole week at hbro.org/VBS. Now is a great time to gather your craft supplies for our quest today because we're kicking things off in just a couple minutes. Welcome back to North Castle.
Hi, Knights of North Castle. My name is Ella, and are you guys ready for another great adventure today? Also, have you guys seen my friend Sparky?
Here I am. Achoo!
Look at all the knights that you just froze when you sneezed. Where were you?
Sorry I was late. I had cold feet.
What are you talking about?
Cold feet. You know, nervous? It's a joke.
Oh, Sparky, have you been reading an old joke book again?
Oh, yeah. I figured I'd better brush up on some jokes about the cold. Everything is cool here in North Castle, thanks to me and my sneezing.
Everything is cool here at North Castle, including our royal musicians. Let's hear from them right now.
Armor up, armor up, armor up with God. Armor up, armor up, armor up with God. Armor up, armor up, armor up with God, with God. I armor up. La 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 la, la 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 la, la la la. Armor up with truth. Armor up with justice. Armor up with peace. Armor up with faith. Armor up with salvation with God. I armor up. God provides the armor that I get to wear. It's just one of the many ways that I know God cares. Armor up, armor up, armor up with God. Armor up, armor up, armor up with God. Armor up, armor up, armor up with God, with God. I armor up.
Great job, musicians and knights. Feel free to chill out. Armor, could you check my wing?
Oh, sure, Sparky. Oh man, did Frost bite you again? Frost is the king's dog.
He sure did. Now I have frostbite. Get it? Ha 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 ha.
Unfortunately, I do. But guess what? I found another riddle for the king's armor. Remember these rules written in an ancient dragon language?
I'm the only one here who can interpret. Let me see here what you have. This one says, if the breastplate of justice you seek, look for 5 pebbles in a creek.
The breastplate of justice? It must be another piece of the king's armor. To find it, we must find 5 pebbles in a creek.
Well, around here, it would be 5 pebbles in a frozen moat.
I think the riddle's trying to tell us where to read in the king's book. Well, looking here, I see that people gathered 12 rocks after crossing the river, but that wouldn't be it.
There was a boy who had 5 loaves of bread. I've eaten some bread that was just about as hard as rock.
No, I got it. There's a story in 1 Samuel about a boy who gathers 5 stones. Maybe that's it. Let's look inside the king's book to see if the royal players can help us find out.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, tells us about one of the most famous battles in the history of the world. It all starts with King Saul, a very strong and handsome guy. However, as we learn later, he was not a great king at all. Therefore, God chose a small young shepherd to be the next king. He was the smallest and youngest of 8 sons. His name was David. This little shepherd really loved God. King Saul led his people in battle against their arch nemesis, the Philistines. They were not very nice people. When I said they were not nice, I meant to say they were very mean. Thank you. The Philistine army was very confident, and for good reason. They had a secret weapon, a powerful soldier named Goliath. He measured 6 cubits and a span. In other words, he was very tall. Taller than that. Taller? Close enough. Every day, Goliath yelled at the Israelites to send out someone to fight. All the Israelites, including King Saul, were too afraid to fight Goliath, so they did nothing for 40 days. Nothing, that is, until little David showed up to bring lunch to his brothers. While delivering food, David heard Goliath shouting at the Israelites, "Send out a man for me to fight." So he volunteered. The king was unsure about sending a boy into battle. But David told the king about how he had fought both lion and bear to protect his sheep. "I will do the same to Goliath." The king agreed and gave David all of his armor to wear. But it didn't fit. Instead, David simply took his sling, went to the creek, and found 5 smooth rocks. Maybe try those smaller ones over there. With only his sling and a bag of rocks, David goes to fight the powerful Goliath. Now, it was Goliath's turn to be shocked as he saw David approaching. Instead of a strong warrior, the Israelites sent a small shepherd boy with no armor. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" Unfazed, David said, "You fight me with weapons, but God will win this battle." Goliath just laughed. Maybe a little more... Yeah, that's it. Anyway, David took a stone from his bag, put it in his sling, and flung it at Goliath. It hit him right in the head, and he fell on his face. When the other Philistines saw that Goliath was dead, they all ran away, and the Israelites ran after them. All of this was just as David said when he told Goliath, "Our God doesn't need swords or spears. God owns this battle, and he will hand all of you over to us and bring justice." And this is just one great story from the King's Book.
Hi Knights, I'm Noah. That was an awesome story. In our story today, we have the bully Goliath, and we have the ones being bullied, the Israelites, and someone who stood up to the bully, David. But David wasn't alone at all. God was there, showing us the best way to handle the situation. God didn't stand against Goliath as much as he stood with David. It's about what you stand for, and it's about who you stand with. The next time you see injustice in the world, someone being bullied, or someone being unfair to others, remember that when we stand and seek justice, God stands with us. Before I bid thee a fond farewell, let us join together in prayer. Our prayer is a call and response prayer. I will pray my part, and then you will respond by praying out loud, "God is standing with me. God is always there." Let's try your part. God is standing with me. God is always there. Let's pray. In the morning, warm and bright, in the middle of the night, God is standing with me. God is always there. When my heart is full of song, when I put my shoes on wrong, God is standing with me. God is always there. When I'm leading in the race, when I'm running in last place, God is standing with me. God is always there. In a classroom, church, or home, with my friends or on my own, God is standing with me. God is always there. Amen. Now let's head over for our daily trivia game.
David went into battle against Goliath with the king's armor, a sandwich and an apple, a sling and 5 small stones, his best friend. A sling and 5 small stones. To become a knight, one would first become a page, and then a whole book, squire, police officer, baker.
Esquire. Our banner verse states, "Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power, army, horses, iceberg." Power. Thanks for playing.
Wow, that was an epic battle. And it explains our 5 pebbles in the creek. But have you seen my friend Sparky? Sparky? Sparky?
Wow, is it over? Was the giant defeated?
Yeah, where did you go? Wait, are you afraid of Goliath?
Of course.
Well, so were the Israelites. I bet David would be a big fan of our banner verse. Remember? It's Ephesians 6:10. Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power. And now it's time for our castle call out for today. Armor up with justice. Do it with me. Armor up with justice. Awesome job. Now it's time for our fun quest today.
Welcome to day 2 of your quest here at North Castle. So we've heard today that you might be in search of the breastplate of justice. So we have a little bit of a sample for you to get us going today. Do you want to hold that up for us? So because this quest takes just a little bit of time to get ready, I'm going to talk through how we got to this point, how we made it to here. So we've got some brown paper here, and will you flip it around for me? On the back, we have some poster board. So the front can be made out of even like a grocery bag, if you have a paper grocery bag around. And the template for this is down there in the note section in that kids pack. It also is on our website. So if you would like to go and see the crafts for each day, those supplies that you'll need, that's a great place to go. So for us too, we have right here in the very center the word justice, because we're making that breastplate of justice. So if your family hasn't quite made this whole thing yet, where we have the little straps here as well, don't worry about that. So you could just grab any kind of paper that you have around the house, and you could decorate it now and then go back and form it into this breastplate shape in just a little bit. Okay, so for us today, we're going to be decorating in just a minute, and we have all kinds of supplies today. So we have some markers, we have some washi tape here, which is that not super sticky kind of tape, and we have a whole lot of crayons. So Addie's going to take a few minutes and decorate this for us as I talk just a little bit more about these straps. So once you get kind of that tank top shape done there, you're just going to punch one hole on one side at the top, one hole at the other, and then the very same thing at the bottom, and just string that yarn right through. And that's going to kind of fit on like a backpack for us. So I see that Addie started coloring justice first, that word justice. And it makes me think about that story of David and Goliath that I know you all heard today. Very nice. You've gone with the blue there. Oh, you're going to outline the word justice. That's very nice. Thinking? It's always good to take a little bit of a minute and think about, how do I want this project to look? Some little flourishes there. kind of like the sun. Mm. Oh, and we're breaking out the glitter glue. I will say the glitter glue helps to not get glitter everywhere, but still adds that little bit of glitter to any project you're working on. I'll hold it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Very nice. Anything else? All good to go on yours. So this is Addie's breastplate of justice. So she chose to decorate just really right around here on the center. You might want to decorate all of yours, and that would be great too. Or do a little bit like she did and decorate right there at the center. Either way, it will be wonderful because you made it. So in a little bit for us, when this glitter glue gets dry, Addie would be able to put it on. A little bit like that, using these straps that we have attached there. And then there you go. That is our breastplate of justice. You fulfilled your quest on day 2 of Knights of North Castle. Congratulations, and we hope to see you again tomorrow.
Welcome back, Knight. How did your first quest go for today?
Did you find the breastplate of justice? Or did you just find a plate of just ice? Get it? Just ice?
Yes, I think we got it.
Just ice? I think it's funny because it sounds like justice. And there's a lot of ice here.
Yes, thank you, Sparky, but we are talking about the breastplate of justice.
Well, what is a breastplate anyway? What's justice? Are these things Roman soldiers had?
Great question, Sparky. This is a metaphor. Things that are familiar so we can understand things that are not familiar. Paul, the writer of Ephesians, used the breastplate as a metaphor. Remember, there were a lot of Roman soldiers around, so people would have understood what he was saying. The breastplate was the main part of a Roman soldier's armor. It would protect the important parts of the body, like the heart and the lungs. So when we talk about justice, it means that someone might get a reward or punishment for something they have done.
So, when David defeated Goliath, that was justice?
Yes, God knows what justice is, and God can bring justice to make things right.
Last time we found the belt of truth, and this time we found the breastplate of justice. Those sound like two different things.
Actually, justice and truth go together, just as a belt and a breastplate go together in a knight's armor. A soldier would need to put on a belt first before the breastplate, just like we need to know truth before we know justice.
This is really exciting.
It sure is. Great job, Knights, for learning this story about David and Goliath and how God can bring justice. Now, let's do our castle call out together. Armor up with justice.
Say it with us, Knights.
Armor up with justice. And let's not forget our banner verse. Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of His power. Awesome job! We hope you'll jump in for one more song today, and we can't wait to see you tomorrow. Bye!
Only a boy named David, only a little sling. Only a boy named David, but he could play and sing. Only a boy named David.